It was a crisp autumn morning when rancher John Miller made a gruesome discovery. One of his prized cattle lay lifeless in the field. The cow's body was mutilated in ways that sent chills down his spine. Precise incisions marked its hide. Organs were missing. There was no blood.
The discovery was chilling. I'd seen my fair share of animal deaths over the years, predator attacks, disease, even the occasional accident. But this was something entirely different. Why? And how? These questions would haunt me for years to come.
As news of the incident spread, similar reports began to surface. Ranchers across the country were finding their livestock in the same condition. No blood at the scene. The most baffling aspect of these cattle mutilations was the nature of the incisions themselves. Veterinarians and forensic experts alike were stunned by what they saw. The cuts were not just clean, they were perfect. Surgical-grade precision that would be difficult to achieve even in a sterile operating room. Yet these were found in open fields, often in remote locations. The edges of the wounds were cauterized, as if cut and sealed simultaneously. This explained the lack of blood at the scene but raised even more questions. What kind of technology could perform such a feat, and why use it on cattle in the middle of nowhere? The removed organs were always the same: eyes, tongue, reproductive organs, and sometimes the rectum. These were extracted with a level of skill that surpassed many human surgeons. It became clear that whatever was responsible for these mutilations possessed technology far beyond our current understanding. To rule out natural causes, investigators compared the mutilations to known predator attacks. The differences were stark. Predators like wolves, coyotes, or mountain lions leave messy kills. Torn flesh, scattered remains, and clear signs of feeding are hallmarks of their handiwork. None of these were present in the mutilation cases. The precision and cleanliness of the cuts were entirely unnatural. Scavengers were also considered. Birds, insects, and small mammals are known to feed on carrion, but again, the evidence didn't match. Scavengers leave behind a mess. They don't selectively remove organs with surgical precision. The more experts looked at natural explanations, the more they realized they were dealing with something entirely different. Veterinarians who examined the mutilated cattle were left baffled and disturbed.
Veterinarians have their own theories. In my 30 years of practice, I've never seen anything like this. The precision of the incisions is beyond anything we can achieve, even in the most advanced surgical settings.
She noted that the cuts were so clean it was as if they were made with a laser. Yet no known laser technology could produce such results in field conditions.
It's not just that there's no blood at the scene. These animals are completely drained of blood, down to the capillary level. That's simply not possible with any known method of slaughter or predation.
This level of blood removal would require sophisticated equipment and considerable time, neither of which seemed to have been present at the scenes.
The tongue is often removed, cut out at the base with incredible precision. The same goes for the eyes, reproductive organs, and sometimes the rectum. These are not organs typically targeted by predators or scavengers.
Forensic science meets the unexplained. We've applied every tool at our disposal, and we're still left with more questions than answers.
The lack of physical evidence was particularly frustrating. One of the most puzzling aspects was the nature of the incisions themselves.
These aren't cuts made by any known blade. The edges are not only cauterized, but show signs of cellular changes we can't explain.
This level of precision was far beyond current technology. No foreign DNA was ever found on or around the mutilated animals. The investigation continues.
As conventional explanations failed to account for the evidence, some researchers began to consider more radical possibilities.
Dr. Janice Carter, an astrobiologist, proposed, "We might be dealing with technology so advanced it appears like magic to us, perhaps even technology of non-terrestrial origin." While such ideas were met with skepticism in mainstream scientific circles, they gained traction among those directly investigating the mutilations.
The precision of the cuts, the complete exsanguination, the selective organ removal, all pointed to capabilities far beyond current human technology.
Dr. Carter explained, "Imagine a civilization thousands or even millions of years more advanced than ours. Their surgical techniques, their understanding of biology would be incomprehensible to us. This could account for the seemingly impossible features of the mutilations."
Some investigators pointed to the recurring reports of strange lights and sounds associated with the mutilations. We've collected hundreds of eyewitness accounts of unusual aerial phenomena coinciding with these events.
The debate rages on. As researchers compiled data from around the world, patterns emerged that defied conventional explanation. The cattle mutilations weren't isolated incidents but part of a global phenomenon. Reports came in from every continent, save Antarctica. The similarities were striking. Whether in the plains of North America, the pampas of Argentina, or the outback of Australia, the mutilations bore the same hallmarks of precision and mystery. Dr. Maria Gonzalez, an epidemiologist studying the global distribution of the cases, noted, "The geographic spread suggests a level of organization and resources beyond any known terrestrial group. We're seeing identical mutilations occurring simultaneously on opposite sides of the planet." This coordinated activity across vast distances pointed to capabilities far beyond current human technology. The timing of the mutilations also revealed intriguing patterns. Dr. Gonzalez explained, "We've noticed clusters of activity that seem to follow no discernible human or natural cycle. Sometimes there are waves of mutilations across multiple countries, followed by periods of quiet. It's as if whoever is behind this is following their own inscrutable schedule." As the evidence mounted, theories proliferated. Some researchers proposed that the mutilations were part of a secret government program to monitor the effects of environmental pollutants or test biological weapons. Dr. Robert Hastings, a retired government scientist, argued, "The precision and consistency of the mutilations suggest a coordinated long-term study, but the scale and global nature of the phenomenon make it unlikely that any single government is responsible." Others speculated about more exotic possibilities. Dr. Elena Vasquez, a theoretical physicist, proposed, "We might be dealing with interdimensional beings, entities that can move between realities in ways we can't comprehend." This could explain the lack of physical evidence and the apparent ability to perform these mutilations without detection. While such ideas stretch the boundaries of accepted science, the unprecedented nature of the phenomenon seemed to demand unprecedented explanations. Some researchers drew connections to ancient myths and religious texts. Just as the cattle mutilation phenomenon seemed to have reached an investigative dead end, a breakthrough emerged. Dr. Yuki Tanaka, a quantum physicist, made a startling discovery. "We were attempting to teleport simple organic molecules," she explained, "when we noticed something bizarre. The process was leaving marks on the cellular structure identical to those found in the mutilated cattle." This revelation sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Could the cattle mutilations be the result of some form of advanced teleportation technology? Dr. Tanaka's team found that their experiments could theoretically remove specific organs without external incisions. "It's as if the organs are being beamed out," she said. What do you think about this shocking revelation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more intriguing content. Thanks for watching.